How should the student approach this time and this prelims examination?
One, I would like to suggest to our students, please don't be anxious. You have prepared well. Just have some strategy.
So what is the best way to effectively manage this time?
One, you can't learn time management in these last 60 days. That is part of your ethics, your discipline.
And we have Abhyaas for it. So can you throw some light about this initiative of VisionIAS, that is Abhyaas?
It's an all India test conducted in around 100 cities or so. We have so many participants, thousands, tens of thousands of people enroll for Abhyaas.
Hello and welcome to this special edition by VisionIAS, where we will talk about the upcoming prelims examination. And to discuss about it, we have today an esteemed faculty of VisionIAS, Aditya Sir. Welcome, sir.
Hello.
Sir, as you are aware, like now prelims is just 50-60 days away. So how should the student approach this time and this prelims examination?
Well, as the exam approaches, one, the students start to feel more and more anxious about the exam. They see that the content that they have to go through for the first time or revise it keeps on piling up. So this is very anxious time. One, I would like to suggest to our students, please don't be anxious. You have prepared well. Second, just have some strategy that yes, in next 7 days or next 10 days, I am going to finish these things. Spend some time in recognizing what should you be doing in the next 10 days. If you do that, trust yourself, trust me a little bit, trust yourself that you shall be in a much better position as compared to if you are not strategically prepared.
Sir, time management now becomes crucial. So what is the best way to effectively manage this time?
Okay. So time management is one crucial during your entire preparation journey. During this time, it becomes even more important. So one, you can't learn time management in these last 60 days. That is part of your ethics, your discipline. Having said that, during these last 60 days, as I just said, you need to have some strategy for, let's say, next 10 days, then next 10 days, then next 10 days. If you have a strategy like this, for example, let's say today is 1st of April, just decide that, okay, 1 month before prelims, 26th May is prelims, 26th April, 1 month before that, or let's say 10 days from now, 10th April. By 10th April, I will do all my important topics of polity, which is, let's say, fundamental rights, center-state relationships, president, parliament, judiciary. Just have, let's say, 6 topics you decide. I'll do these 6 topics religiously by 10th of April. Simply having set these targets for yourself. This is the key aspect of time management, and this, as I said earlier, results in reduction of your anxiety.
Sir, now the time that is left in this practice also becomes very important.
Certainly.
So how do our student approach the practice part of this preparation?
The practice part. See, undoubtedly practice is done via tests. You give more tests, you are far more prepared. Merely reading things, revising them once, twice, thrice, good. But that will not lead you to be able to solve questions with confidence in exam. You will be able to solve them only when you have attempted questions earlier, got them right or wrong, does not matter, but you would have attempted them. See, what happens is when you are attempting a question, your mind is functioning at a very fast, at a lightning pace. You're trying to recall all those things that you studied. You come across a question on some scheme, some economics concept, some fundamental right, some historical event, and then you try to recall everything. That itself is the fastest revision that you are doing. That is why attempting questions, tests becomes paramount, becomes crucial, especially in these last dates.
And so tests which are conditioned to the exam, they become more crucial, right?
Of course.
And we have Abhyaas for it. So can you throw some light about this initiative of VisionIAS, that is Abhyaas?
Certainly, yes. We have been conducting Abhyaas, and all serious aspirants know about the importance of this test. It's an all India test conducted in around 100 cities or so. We have so many participants, thousands, tens of thousands of people enroll for Abhyaas. It's a exam stimulated environment in which you will be giving the test, one. Second, you will be competing and judging yourself against the serious candidates. You know how prepared you are. And does not matter that whether you are going to score good marks or not, but it always helps for you to evaluate where do you stand right now. You still have some days to go. You still can accelerate your preparation. But to do that, you need to know where you are standing right now. So Abhyaas becomes extremely important in any serious candidate's preparation strategy. I would urge all our students, everybody who is giving exam seriously, to please go and register and enroll in Abhyaas.
Sir, now coming to your subject of expertise, that is economics. Economics is very crucial for prelims. So, can you throw some light of how students should approach economics now in whatever time that is left?
Yeah, sure. So, if you look at last 10-12 years of papers, you'll see that around 20 questions per year are there. So, last 10 years there are around 202 questions. Last 2 years there were around 17 and 18 questions. So, last 2 years a little bit less, but on an average around 20 questions have been asked. So, I am sure people understand the importance of the subject. Regarding the questions in economics, let me tell you that the question is of very dynamic nature, in the sense that in one question you will have concept, and in the same question you will have some factual part. So, attempting the question becomes a little bit difficult for many students. Why do they say difficult? Because many times you try to divide your preparation into current affairs versus static part. If you know current affairs well, you might not know static part well. You study only concepts, you might ignore current affairs. But the question in economics would have one option of conceptual clarity, and second option would be of some current affair event, some fact and that, and therefore will find it difficult. So, revising economics or studying economics for this exam has these two elements. The best way is to revise from NCERTs and current affairs magazines. We have a monthly current affairs magazine. It's free of cost, available online. I would urge everybody to download it and study from there. Please refer to those current affairs magazines and your basic conceptual clarity from NCERT. Of course, giving tests, as I said earlier, extremely important.
Sir, any key areas that you want students to focus more upon for upcoming prelims from economics?
First, I would apologize that I can't predict the questions. So, I would apologize for that. And if anybody says that this topic is important or not, my advice is run away from the people. Why? Because nobody knows what questions UPSC would ask. Still, with our understanding of past, with what UPSC has asked in previous years, we see that questions do have a very high degree of relation with current events, important events. So, let us take for example tariffs. Since Donald Trump has come into White House, tariffs have been something that have been continuously in news. So, naturally I would expect that there is a question on, let us say, WTO, importance of tariffs, imports, exports from a country, how do tariffs impact imports, exports or competitiveness. So, these are things. Maybe they do not ask a question on what is the rate of tariff on some particular thing. They will not, I do not think so that they will ask, they may ask, but I do not think so they are going to ask. But the concept itself becomes important, one. And second, because you will be reading these things in newspapers regularly, you will obviously revise these things. So, some topics, if I have to say, pick up from last 1 year or so, tariffs, as I said, extremely important. Capital markets is important. The topic was not so widely covered in, let us say, 5 years before today. But since last 5 years, since many retail participants have come in capital markets, this topic has assumed importance. So, they have been asked, increase the weightage of this topic. Monetary policy, fiscal policy has always been very important. RBI's policy, contractionary, expansionary, they have been asking these questions. So, make sure that you understand these things. There might be some topics which are more mains specific, let us say inclusive growth, that is a main specific question. Not to say that these are not asked in prelims, but relatively speaking, they have more mains weightage as compared to prelims weightage. So, these are some topics that I would advise students to go through again and again.
Sir, one also very crucial part of preparation now for the remaining days is stress management, because a lot of students would be under stress. So, what would you advise for students to manage their stress properly?
Yeah, managing stress, especially in these last few days, last 2 months or 1 month, 1 week, whatever, stress plays with your chances of success. And many times we feel that it's not in our hand that we can control stress. To some extent that's right, but to some extent that's manageable as well. What we can't control, but what we can control, we should try to control that thing. And stress is something that partly there are some things that we can't control. There is something that happens that negatively affects you, can't control that thing, and that will certainly affect you negatively. But what is it that you can do? You can try to maintain your focus on your objective. Your objective is not, it's to clear the exam, but Whether exam will be cleared upon or not depends upon many factors. The more important objective is the strategy that you have made. What is it that I have to achieve in next 10 days? You write down on a piece of paper that I have to finish all my polity topics, economics topic, environment topics, and whatever you want to write. Everybody will have their own strategy. You write down on a piece of paper that this is my objective of next 10 days. You finish that, you will see that you have much less stress. Certainly being hydrated, because it's becoming hotter and hotter every day, remaining hydrated, finding some time to talk to your family every day. Please do find some time. However busy you are, you must keep some time for your family, and don't just rush through talking to them. Talk to them for 5-10 minutes regularly, to your mother, father, brother, sister, whatever. Talk to them. These things do help in stress management. It is the last leg of your preparation. You will have to be fully prepared and in that positive mindset.
Thank you so much, sir, for guiding our aspirants.
Thank you so much. I wish everybody all the best. Thank you so much.
So aspirants, I hope now you have a good idea how to approach the time that is left, and if you want to know more about the Abhyaas initiative, please do visit our website. Thank you.